This is my 5th attempt at filming this. Every time I change what I want to talk about because I have so many things I want to talk about, but I don't want to make it long. So I'm going to try and keep it concise. So I am going to tell probably 2 stories. I might just tell one. We'll see how long I ramble on for. I have super vivid dreams to the point where I've thought that something actually happened when it didn't happen, and this is a constant thing for me. I frequently remember my dreams every single night, which makes me feel like I sleep less than I actually do because I feel like I was awake all night, and I have dreams that pick up where they left off the night before. I had a dream that went on for an entire week, and I have recurring dreams. I probably said dreams 70 times right there. The moral is I have a shit ton of weird dreams, but this is more about a time I had what I think was sleep paralysis. It was last year. It was the night before Christmas Eve, so not the night of Christmas Eve, so it was the 23rd, and I was laying in bed, except my bed used to be on the other wall. Not relevant for the story. Don't know why I told you that. Was laying in bed and I woke up and it was like, I don't know, I think I looked at my clock and it was like 4:30 in the morning, and I wake up and this is my door to my bedroom, and these 2 figures, about 4 feet tall, they're black figures, run into my room, and they're like, I don't know how to explain them. I'll try and find a picture online because maybe someone else has experienced it. I just looked up Grey's Aliens because that's kind of what they looked like, and I'm about to go to bed and it scared the shit out of me. So I will not be inserting a clip. If you want to look at what they kind of look like, you can look that up, but I am not going down that rabbit hole right now. Okay. What is this? I don't know. They looked about 4 feet tall, kind of like an alien figure almost, except their heads weren't massive, and they were more a shadow than I could see their features, so they were gray. They were little dudes, and they ran in my room, and they just kept kind of like touching everything. So they'd run up, and they'd touch something, and I'm laying in bed on one side, and I can only see one, and I feel one of them get into bed with me, and this thing is laying in bed with me. And the weird thing is with sleep paralysis, I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but usually what happens is you get paralyzed and you're kind of stuck like this and you can't move, and like a figure kind of comes over you. That's like a very common theme with sleep paralysis, and you are not allowed to move. It's like you're paralyzed. Like sleep paralysis, obviously. I couldn't move, I couldn't get up, but I could shift my body. So like I'd be able to turn and look like that or like that. What? Why did I show you guys what it looks like to turn? Everyone knows what it looks like to turn over. Oh my god. But I couldn't physically get up, and I kept trying to scream, "Help me," because my roommate was still in town, but nothing would come out. So I couldn't scream, I couldn't cry. All I could do was move. And you are not supposed to be able to move. So this like little dude gets in my bed, and I choose not to move. And so I shut my eyes really tight because I'm like not trying to see what the hell's in bed with me. And so I don't turn, and I feel it get kind of close to me, but then eventually it just like is like, okay, and it gets out of bed, and I see one of them sprint out that door, and I see another one follow it out, and I get up, and so I guess I like wake up if it was sleep paralysis, and I like can't breathe and I cry because it was so scary, and it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I call my dad and he answers, and so my mom's on the phone too, and so my mom and dad are talking to me, and they're like, "Calm down, Gabby, like it's okay, you're fine." And so they were like, "You can come over if you want," and like I didn't. Obviously it was 4:30 in the morning, and I think I just like stayed up and read or something. I was probably on my phone. I'm not gonna act like I read. And it was terrifying. It was really scary, and I don't know what it was. I think it was sleep paralysis, but you're not supposed to be able to move. So if someone knows what that was, and if it was like a dream, or if I like actually saw little dudes run into my room, let me know, because I would like to know what happened to me. It was very odd. So that's that story. And then this other one's kind of funny, kind of not. I guess this was the very first time I had a ghost thing happen. I didn't really realize it until this last year, but I put things together and then commented, I'm just going to tell the story. There we go. I was probably 8 or 9, and Furbies were a really popular thing. And I wanted a Furby so bad. And I feel like everyone's going to know what a Furby looks like, but I can put a picture in case someone somehow doesn't know. And these little Ferby dudes would like talk to you and stuff, and they'd have like a very short vocabulary, and they'd say things to you. And so there was one at a garage sale, and I really, really wanted it. And they were usually like $20 or something, I don't remember. But at the garage sale, it was like whatever, $3, and I was like, will you sell it for $2? And of course they did. And so I got this Ferby, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm one of the cool kids. Time we were in the car, and the Ferby goes, Gappy. And my dad goes, did you just hear that? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, wait, I think it just said your name. And so it said it again a few times, and this Ferby was saying Gabby. I was thinking back to it a few months ago, and I did some research because I was like, wait, how did that Ferby say my name? And so I looked online if Furbies can learn your name, and they cannot. They have a very short vocabulary of things they can say, and learning your name is not something they should ever do. So I called my dad right away, and I was like, hey, do you remember when that Ferby learned my name? And he was like, oh yeah, of course. And I was like, did you know they can't do that? And he was like, yes, of course I knew that, Gabby. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, we did not throw that Ferby out because you were scared of it. We were scared of it. And I was like, wait, why didn't you ever tell me that? And he's like, because that would have made you so scared. And he goes, we thought the Ferby got like possessed because it's kept saying your name over and over. And I had no idea that they had thought this Ferby was like haunted. But it made a lot more sense because they were super adamant about throwing that thing out. And we like took the batteries out and everything, and that was gone. I think we tried to push it off on some of our friends, but that was mean. So we just threw it out. But yeah, it was kind of weird. I could say that every time. It was really weird. I guess I've just had haunted things happen my entire life without even realizing it. So those were the times that I had sleep paralysis and owned a haunted Ferby. They don't go together at all, but here's a story for you. Yeah. It's absurd that I have this many ghost stories, but I have more. So if you want to hear more, let me know. Okay, bye. So wow, that's a good look. Anyway, I'm editing this video, right? And I have a little keyboard over here on my desk, and it's wireless, and the only way it turns on is if you like, you tap it. But as I'm editing this video, it turned on, which means someone had to go over there and tap some keys. I've had people ask me about the glitches on the video, and most of the time I don't even notice them editing, and then afterwards one of my friends will send me it or something, but I promise I'm not adding those in. I don't know what they are. I like to make travel videos, and I'll film some of the clips with my iPhone, and I never have it glitch out like that. But with these ghost ones, every time I sit down and talk, I do. So just know I'm not wasting my time going in and adding in like, I'm just not. So, okay, I'm done. Good night.